This video is going to solve all of your problem on how to cut a kaftan step by step. So let's get straight into our video. You fold your fabric, you fold your material as you can see, and we are going to measure. So the real way to fold your material so you don't use a lot of fabric is to divide your chest measurement by 4. After you divide your chest measurement by 4, you add 2 inches to it. So I have divided my own. As you can see, I'm adjusting. Then you iron it. If you want to get a perfect outfit, I will just fast forward this part. If you want to get a perfect outfit, you have to go ahead and iron. As you can see, I fast forward this side. If today is your first time watching on this channel, two-way wires by legging, subscribe and share this with your tailor. If you are not a fashion designer, if you are a fashion designer, you can share this with your friend fashion designer or tailor. This is the best way that you can cut your kaftan. We will now be measuring the length of our kaftan. So to measure your length, you add 2 inches to your length. This is the front we are cutting. So you add 2 inches to your actual length that you measure, or the length of your client, and then you roll a straight line. If you don't share this video with your friend, then you are being, I don't know what to say. So as you can see, I'm cutting it. So you take your time and then you cut it out. You cut it out. I actually use a black fabric so that you can see all of the lines that we are going to be drawing. So now we'll be getting to the back. We'll be getting to the back. We are going to be cutting the back of our kaftan. So you repeat the same process as of the first one. You repeat the same process. If you are finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then click on the notification for our new upcoming video, so that you'll be notified whenever we put a video that is. You're going to be having this great idea. One of the best and easier way you can draft your kaftan, you will get the best result you are looking for. You will get the best result. I can assure you. If there is any problem that you're fixing, you want to help me, you want me to help you in the process, you can just drop it in the comment section, and then I will in the comment section, and then I will reply you from there. And then I will settle if I will do another video on it. I will do that. So what I was doing at the handbar there, I was drawing a straight line to start for my start, but my camera couldn't reach that side. So for the back, we are going to be adding 4.5 inches to our actual length that we got. So if you can remember, on the front we got our length plus 2 inches. So we are going to be adding 4.5 inches to that length plus 2 inches to get our back, because the back is going to be longer than the front, 4.5 inches. And we are going to cut that part. I'm so sorry that that part is not showing clearly. So now we're going to cut that part off. As you can see, Going to cut that part out. It is good to iron your material so that it lay out straight, because if you iron your material, you understand that all of your measurement will be in detail and everything will come out as you think it should be. So now we'll be laying our front on the back. We'll be laying our front on the back. And then first of all, we'll draw it upward to be equal with the back. We are going to draw it up to be equal with the back. And then after doing that, so just follow this step by step. Take your time. And you can also save this video so that when you are doing your own, you can be pausing and then. But also you can tell me if I'm teaching too fast, and then I will create another video where I will be a little bit slower. So you now measure 3.5 inches and then you slant your shoulder. So this part that is folded is our middle. So all of our measurement will not this the part that is open that we cut. If you can remember, the part that we were cutting, I will pass the scissors is that side. But this fabric is on full. So we're not going to be splitting that fabric. We slant it on the other side. Then we are going to be adding 1 inch. We're going to be drawing a 1 inch line on our front for overlapping. We are going to overlap the back on the front by 1 inch, as you can see. So I'm just going to make it clear so that you can see all of the lines for beginners. Okay, so now you make sure that the back lay in mid that line, and then you press it. This is why I say if you iron your material very well, you will get a very good result. I can show you. Make sure it's ironed properly. Make sure you iron your material properly. As you can see, I observe that the neck part was not properly pressed, and I'm pressing it. So as you can see how my own is, if you do it the right way, this is how it should be looking. This is the way it should be looking. And then I'm now confirming my length. If you do it correctly, you get at your same chest measurement. Your same or length where you added 2 inches, you will get the same thing you did at the front, you will get the actual measurement. So now we are going to be doing our shoulder measurement divided by 2, and then plus ½ inch. And then we are going to bring it downward, and then we extend it. As you can see, we didn't leave the tape line slanted. As you saw, we straighten our tape line and then we brought it down. And then we are going to extend that line. As you can see, you extend that line. If you do not understand anything, just tell me in the comment section, and then I will answer all of your question or clear your doubt. So in order to get our armhole, we divide our bicep by 2, and then we add 1 inch. If you want your own to be more free, you can add 1.5. But for mine, I want it to be a bit tight. So that was the reason I add 1 inch. So as you can see, you go down 7 inches from the chest line, and then you go down 7 inches again from that waistline, and then you now measure to get your feint. So I'm just rolling a straight line. As you can see, I'm rolling a straight line. Make sure you do this correctly. So we'll label that the waistline. That is our hip line. That is our hip line. And then we'll mark the. I'm so sorry that my camera didn't reach at that part. So what I was doing at that part is I was folding my 2 inches that I added. I was folding it so that that plate can have a crease. So that after stitching, I will just have that line, and then I might just fold on that exact line so that I don't see it into my measurement. And then we are going to be dividing our chest by 4. And then we divide our chest by 4. And then we add 1 inch to it. As you can see, divide that amount we get from our chest, we minus half on it to get our waistline. We minus half, and then we add 1 inch. And then to get our hip line, chest measurement divided by 4 plus half. To get our hip, chest measurement divided by 4 by half plus half, and then we add 1 inch. And then you see I'm marking that first. So as you can see, the shape that our kaftan is going to come out with. So you will see that when your client wear the kaftan, is going to give that perfect drape, going to give you that shape. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I'm not measuring my vent. That will be 6 inches because this kaftan is not too long. So I'll make it 6 inches. And then I measure 6.5 so that I can go, so that when I'm sewing, I will go down a little bit. And then, so in order to get my curve, I will divide whatsoever I have from my shoulder to that depth, which is 9, after adding my 1 inch. And then I come inward by 1. After finding the middle, I come inward by 1 on the middle line. Then I will set my curve to get my perfect curve. So if you want to get a perfect curve, what you are going to be doing is the depth you will measure, what you divide your bicep by 2, and then whatsoever you get, you add a 1 or 1.5 to it. If you want it to be free, make sure you add 1.5. But if you want it to be a little bit tight, you add 1 inch. After adding that, you divide it by 2, and then you find your middle line, and then you settle that with your curve. So to get that depth for our neck, I measure 2.5, and then I measure 2.5, and then from up down the where to get a perfect neck, I will be cutting on the neck of 17. So I came down by 4.5 on the top of the shoulder down to where I wanted to be. I came down by 4.5. I came down by 4.5. So because of beginner's sake, I will show you how to draw your curve. Okay, you come in by 1, as you can see. You lay your curve at that point, and then you do your curve, draw your curve. As you can see, if you do it correctly, this is how it's going to be. After that, you now measure, you confirm your measurement, making sure, and my own is exactly, as you can see, as you can see. Or at first it's supposed to be 17, and then I'm having a little excess. Having a little excess. So because of that excess, I understand that my shoulder was shifted a little bit. So I'm not pressing it back. After that, I'll confirm my measurement again. Confirming my measurement, and then as you can see, there is a little excess. So I will now straighten up that part, as you can see me do. Now straighten up that part a little bit. So when you get it correctly, you are going to get a perfect neck, and you can see I'm having exactly 17. So I'm not going to cut. You are only cutting on the front. Don't cut the back. Don't cut all together. So you cut on the front, as you can see me do. You cut on the front. Only cut on the front, and then you open it up. Then you measure from this tip. There is a folding that can be at the neck of a kaftan. That is wrong. So in order to not make that error, you open it up, and then you come down by one from that line that the iron make. You come down by one, and then you continue your curve. Then you see this is how it's going to be if you get it correctly. And if you sew your kaftan, you're going to get a very good result. So we are not going to be trimming up that part and then cut straight on the line on our allowance, and then we are going to cut through. So paying attention to the armhole area to see what we are going to be doing to the armhole. So we are going to be picking the front and leaving the back. To the armhole area, we are going to be picking the front and leaving the back. And then we are going to cut only on the front. Going to cut on the front, as you can see. Cut. Make sure when you are cutting, you cut straight in the line. Take your time. Fashion designing is not about rushing. It's about getting the right detail. Okay, as you can see, the back is still not. Then I could just trim this out, as you can see me do, but because I want for my beginners to understand what we are doing, so we are going to use our cuff. So as you can see, I'm placing my cuff, and then I'll just curve that part. I'll just curve that part, as you can see. If you measure that, then the upper part is going to be like 3/4 inch. It's going to be like 3/4 inch. And that curved part is going to be like 3/4 inch. And then you make sure you make a notch at the shoulder part like I did, so that you will know how to join your sleeve. That is the exact place. So this is my end result. As you can see, this is my end result, and this is how your kaftan is going to look. Do have a lovely day. Peace.